was of the utmost importance to the Founding Fathers. Any nation that forgets the importance of virtue will no longer be great. George Washington said, "Religion and morality are the essential pillars of civil society. Without those pillars strong and center, the structure will crumble." Religion and morality are constantly under attack in America. The pillars are chipped away at until they can no longer support. The Founding Fathers did not say that the economy is the supportive system for America, but religion and morality. Yet, so many choose to ignore these pillars and focus almost entirely on the economy. What is a good economy with a morally bankrupt nation? And what makes us think an immoral people will receive the blessings of a sound economy anyway? The famed General Douglas MacArthur noted what follows moral decay. History fails to record a single precedent in which nations subject to moral decay have not passed into political and economic decline. There has been either a spiritual awakening to overcome the moral lapse, or a progressive deterioration leading to ultimate national disaster. A representative republic is only for a moral people. As the pillars of morality and religion become weaker, the country becomes weaker. Lack of virtue in the people, where the economy is first, can lead to a lack of virtue in economic matters and eventually to a downfall as public debt mounts. As Americans accept loss of freedoms for governmental help, the more they risk losing any personal financial security they thought they had. Without freedom as protected by our Constitution, Americans will have nothing. In 1941, British writer Somerset Maugham stated this danger: "If a nation values anything more than freedom, it will lose its freedom. And the irony of it is that if it is comfort or money that it values more, it will lose that too." Samuel Adams saw placing money over virtue as the most serious threat to our republic, and that the best patriot does what he or she can to restrain this evil. I am afraid the cry of too many is get money still, and let virtue follow if she will. The inordinate love of gain will make a shameful alteration in the character of those who have heretofore sacrificed every enjoyment to the love of their country. He is the best patriot who stems the torrent of vice, because that is the most destructive enemy of his country. Again, Samuel Adams was more concerned about unchecked vice in America than what could come from all of our other. He says, "We shall succeed if we are virtuous. I am infinitely more apprehensive of the contagion of vice than the power of all other enemies. It is the disgrace of human nature that in most countries the people are so debauched as to be utterly unable to defend or enjoy their liberty." What will future generations say about this time in America? That the people fell for hope and change and got in exchange of freedom for serfdom? They placed promises of personal security over virtue, over personal accountability, and their hope turned to despair, and the change is one that is far removed from the America we have known and loved. Remember the words of Sir Edmund Gibbons, a famed author who lived during the time of the Founding Fathers and wrote The History of the Rise and Fall of the Roman Empire. In the end, more than they wanted freedom, they wanted security. They wanted a comfortable life, and they lost it all: security, comfort, and freedom. When the freedom they wished for was freedom from responsibility, then Athens ceased to be free. America has to take a strong stance on moral issues in order to abate decay. The economy will get us only so far. If we place the economy above morality and religion, we have a nation that sits on shifting sand and a house of cards that eventually collapses in on itself. It's not the economy, but it is the virtue of the people and their ability to select moral leaders to represent them. And that is your constitutional moment.
Oh, she's so good. I'm just so excited about those. I hope you enjoy them as much as we do. Now, what we've got here for you for just a few minutes, 3 minutes and 44 seconds, is some Ronald Reagan. And it's just time to hear some good old common sense from our friend Ronald Reagan. And listen to this.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
Stars and stripes. A revolution needs a war, and this war needs a revolutionary fight for your rights. The Constitution speaks of speech that's free. Open your mouth from sea to shining sea. Will the real Americans please stand up? No more hiding your face in the sand. Will the real Americans please stand up? Divided we're falling, but united we'll stand.
Well, I think it's time we ask ourselves if we still know the freedoms that were intended for us by the founding fathers.
Senate rights. When politicians take from you and me the very liberties that set us free. Up and fight for this democracy is you and me. We're the resounding saddle up, let's ride. Now will the real Americans please stand up? No more hiding your face in the sand. Will the real Americans please stand up? Divided we're falling, but united we'll stand up, stand strong, stand tall, and we'll keep these walls from falling. Stand up, stand strong, stand tall, and we'll keep these walls from falling.
Our natural unalienable rights are now considered to be a dispensation of government. And freedom has never been so fragile, so close to slipping from our grasp as it is at this moment.
There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly unclear. Politicians with our lives in their hands, telling you and me which way we should stand. I think it's time we stop. Here, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Here, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Here, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Stop. Here, what's that sound? Everybody look at what's going. Yeah.
And so, my fellow Americans, ask not
what's going down.
what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
You can't hide your lying eyes, and your smile is in disguise. But by now you realize there ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. There ain't no way to hide your lying eyes. Honey, you can't hide your lying eyes.
Can't hide those lion eyes. Welcome back to Spreaker. We are Right Opinions, and you can hear us every Thursday afternoon from 2 until 4 Eastern Time, but we have a network. And Sunday evening from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern, join John, George, and Mark for Patriots on Wheels. Monday evening, join Glow and Adrienne, the Sisters for Freedom, from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tuesday evenings, join Liberty to Go with Dawn and Brandon at 7 until 9 p.m. Eastern. Wednesday nights, enjoy from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, John Matthews with the Conservative Syndicate. Thursday evenings will soon be airing Homefront with Cynthia Davis from 7 to 8 p.m. And Friday nights we feature Dr. Robert Cardosa live from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. So, welcome back to our show with Roland, Mary, Mona, Teresa, and I'm Marcia. And now we're in our segment where we hear you. And we want to play this clip from Judge Janine because this is what we're going to be discussing in this segment. Listen to Judge Janine Pirro.
Hello and welcome to Justice. I'm Judge Janine Pirro. Thanks for being with us tonight. Tomorrow, Hillary Clinton announces her candidacy for President of the United States. And I want a woman president. And given our current president and all that we've been through, I want someone who says what she means and means what she says. I want someone who understands and respects the Judeo-Christian ethic upon which this country was founded. I want someone who cares about us, someone who cares about the American people. Hillary Clinton is not that person. She is only out for herself. It's never her fault. It's all about convenience. She didn't know. And in the end, what difference does it make? If you think that Hillary Clinton, the self-described champion of women and children, cares about you, your kids, or anyone else for that matter, you are sorely mistaken. And if you care about children, you don't gloat and you don't laugh about a 41-year-old pedophile charged with first-degree rape of a 12-year-old sixth grader. Take a listen to lawyer Hillary, still with her Arkansas twang, on recently unearthed audio tapes from the mid-'80s talking about the very rapist she represented in 1975, laughing about the fact that her client actually passed a lie detector.
I have this polygraph, which he passed, which forever destroyed my faith in polygraphs.
Really funny when a pedophile beats a polygraph, isn't it? And Hillary, he destroyed your faith in polygraphs? As in, you knew he was guilty but still passed? And by the way, didn't you just violate the attorney-client privilege? But you're so proud of yourself, you gloat on tape that if you can get a particular expert interested in the case, he'll testify so that it comes out just the way you want it to come out. And when you get that expert ready to testify the way you want, you go to the prosecutor and tell him this.
Well, I'm just getting ready to come from New York that this miscarriage of justice.
You're laughing because you know it's not a miscarriage of justice, aren't you? But Hillary, that's not all. You go for the kill. You decide to smear and attack the credibility of a helpless 12-year-old raped by two men. So beaten, so damaged, she ended up in the hospital with her mother at 4 a.m., never able to have children. So damaged, she suffered decades of depression. So damaged that at the tender age of 13, she tried to kill herself. In your papers, Hillary, you say without any proof other than your own concoction that the 12-year-old victim had made up previous attacks, was emotionally unstable, sought the company of older men, and fantasized about it, and she was from a dysfunctional, or as you call it, disorganized family. You blame the victim and you laugh about it. You take a bow and you laugh that you gamed the system, proudly announcing that you got the rapist 2 months instead of 30 years to life. And you want us to believe that you're going to protect us? Hillary, although some of those files in the case were destroyed, what wasn't destroyed was the victim's memory. She says that you took her through hell, that she had never been attacked before, that she was a 12-year-old virgin, that she spent 5 days in a coma and months recovering from the beating that accompanied her rape. She says that you're a liar. She says that if you become president, she fears you won't tell